So these are the people coming into Ken Ofori-Atta's house. This is in Cantonment. They are walking in the alleyway. And this is the man coming in. We sped it up. That's not how he walks. Now, this is how he walks. Richard Jakpa is the one we are talking about. He's the one who was being prosecuted with case Latufosen on the ambulance. The one who got 750,000 euro of taxpayers' money. And then eventually the Court of Appeal said he's done nothing wrong and no problem about that. So this is Richard Jakpa. The car number is a VX. Is it VX or VA? It doesn't look like a national security number, but we don't know. Maybe it is, maybe it's not. This pickup followed, and the national security operatives, as you can see them, are also coming. The soldiers are coming in now. Military people. Now, when you look at these soldiers, you can tell what their unit is in the Ghana Armed Forces based on how they are dressed. You see the thing on their biceps, on the side of their biceps, if you look at it, it tells their unit. So no senior military officer will, there you see. All of the things on his body shows his unit. If he's 64 infantry, it will show. If he has a lanyard, his recce, it will show. Everything will show. So nobody can look at this and say they don't know where the soldiers are coming from. Dr. Manibuama clearly will know where the soldiers are coming from. He can find their names. So this is still in front of Ken Ofori-Atta's house. I don't know what the saloon car in your shot is doing, but here the Ofori-Atta gate is open. The green gate is open. The car comes in with the security light. Richard Jakpa is talking to the men in the house. He's probably telling them that I have come to conduct a search. Where is your boss? He's running away from trouble. We have come to catch him. This is the Prado. Look at all the soldiers over there. The Prado now takes a firm position, and one of them goes to the front to bring something. So he's looking at something in the car. What is he going to bring? The other one also comes to the car, and they are talking to the driver. It's not clear whether the driver is in military uniform. Now, the one beckons, he goes to the back seat, takes something, comes out. Now he goes to the back seat again. Richard Jakpa follows him. This is the catch. He hands over a fire weapon, a side arm to Richard Jakpa. So Jakpa talks to, I think, is he putting ammunition in the thing? Jakpa loads the gun. He's loaded it. He puts it in his back pocket. And then now he goes into that's a military man there from National Security with Richard Jakpa, who handed over the gun to Richard Jakpa. All of this must be thoroughly investigated by any other investigative body. So this is back inside Ken Ofori-Atta's house. The wooden stairs is what they do. They take the wooden stairs up. Richard Jakpa now shows up with them. They lead him into the house. He comes in. He turns to his left. He's videoing Ken Ofori-Atta's home with his phone. So everything in Ken Ofori-Atta's home has been videoed onto Richard Jakpa's phone. Somebody who is not a soldier, he's not a police. Is he a member of national security? In what capacity? What is this that is happening in Ghana? So he walks, I like the rag. The rag that is at the place, the living area. I kind of like it. It's not bad. So Richard Jakpa goes in there, walks around the living area. He turns out, and then now he looks up around. He's going to beckon the national security guy, is he? To go back and look at something, or he's done that already. No, he calls him, yes. He calls the national security guy whilst he's still videoing with his phone for the security guy to go and check something. And you wonder what, okay, the guy looks like he's checked everything. So that's the raid.
Mr. Ken Ofori-Atta, as at this morning, I had an extensive engagement with him. He's traumatized by the labeling of this adjective described to his person. But he still knows that his God is with him. He's undergoing some medical procedure. In fact, I had an early morning engagement with the Chief of Staff who confirmed that indeed Mr. Ken Ofori-Atta wrote to him and is in receipt of the letter. He was very sincere in telling me that. So within reasonable time, I'm sure he would come. I will also engage the Office of the Special Prosecutor, engage constructively, assure him and his office that if there was any miscommunication, I, as a leader of my side, is assuring him that the man will make himself available. He left the country with permission. He would come, and if there is anything that has to be investigated.
I make this statement on the basis of the commitment of His Excellency John Dramani Mahama to reset this country, which means that everybody must act in compliance with the law and the mandate of institutions. And so I have called the relevant stakeholders in the matter to find out exactly what happened. Mr. Speaker, it is true that the private residence of the former Minister of Finance was entered into by operatives of the military and the police, led by somebody who we believe works at the National Security Coordinator's Office. Mr. Speaker, his name is Mr. Jakwa. Mr. Speaker, we have investigated the matter, and we want to say and assure our fellow countrymen and our colleagues in this House that we have received assurances from the Office of the National Security Coordinator that it was not intended that that should happen, and that occurrence is most regrettable and unfortunate, and he wants to give this House his word and assurance that a thing like that should never happen again. Mr. Speaker, I have also spoken with the Minister of Interior, who has spoken with his IGP, and I've spoken with the Minister of Defense, and all of them give their assurance to this House that a thing like that will not happen again. And so, Mr. Speaker, let me indicate to my colleagues on the other side that this side of the House remain committed to ensuring that this country is reset, that its institutions function properly, that its officials act in accordance with the law, and that the rights and liberties of every citizen are upheld and protected under the regime of His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. I personally extend my apologies to the former Minister of Finance, and I believe that this should suffice. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker.